It's News 360. Thanks for staying with us. Time for business. My name is Nanikia Mensah Brampa. Starting with tonight, the Deputy Managing Director of the Ghana Stock Exchange, Asiedu-Dartey, has expressed confidence the bullish nature of the market will continue. He said the current market's performance is a reflection of the macroeconomic environment and hopes this does not deteriorate as it will negatively affect the market.
The Ghana Stock Exchange has so far this year remained on the positive track, and for a second consecutive week, the bulls have floored the bears in market activities. As at the end of trading yesterday, the key benchmark index, GSE Composite Index, closed at an annual yield of 11.28%, while the Financial Stock Index closed at 15.34%. The Deputy Managing Director of the exchange, Asiedu-Dartey, expressed the hope the macroeconomic environment continues to see improvement.
This is coming at the back of the results of some of the companies for the year 2016. And we are hoping that if the macroeconomic environment should improve, then we're going to see the market also doing very well going forward. We've seen inflation coming down. If we can get interest rates on treasuries, etc., coming down, we're going to see more equities investments being done by investors. Let's watch what happens to the general economy. It's very, very important what happens to the macroeconomic environment and the impact on the market.
The Chief Executive Officer of Car Brokers, David Tete, said it is a good time for investors to look at the market as the turnaround has started.
The banking stocks are good. Some of the fast-moving consumer good companies you can also look at. And of course, the companies that are involved in oil marketing, you can look at them as well. The return on the stock exchange this year could be much better than the money markets.
Top gainer year to date on the GSE is Cocoa Processing Company, having appreciated 50% in value, while Tallow Oil is the top loser year to date, having lost 20.94% of its value.
Ever since Tallow was listed, investors have expressed some disappointment even the level of dividends that were paid. But we need to understand that oil exploration and mining are very capital intensive businesses, and it tends to draw a lot of money from the businesses. That, I think, may be one of the causes of the low performance for Tallow.
Total market capitalization stands at 48.9 billion cedis, a dip of 0.43 from the previous day's figure.
Why, so the signals are clear. These are good times for investors to look at the stock markets. Let's just look at the top 5 gainers there year to date, beginning year January up till now. The top gains, we have CPC, 5 equities here, CPC gaining some 50%. That is a cocoa processing company. They're gaining some 50%. And GCB, Ghana Commercial Bank, at 37.92% there. BOPP, Benzo Oil Palm Plantation, 35.58%. UT Bank also standing at 33.33%. And SCB there. These are your top 5 gainers. And whilst we talk about the gainers, definitely we have the top losers also on the markets, having TLW, that is Tallow, now at 20.94, losing some percentages there. Itin Drug 16.67, HFC Bank 9.33%, PZ Cousins 9.09%, and GGBL also 7.98 percentage points there. So I'm sure if you talk to your brokers, they would advise you on which particular stocks will be good for you to invest in. Whilst we talk about the stock markets, let's just shift focus to the currency markets, where we have the cedi to the dollar depreciating to about 8% there. But some financial analysts are optimistic the depreciating cedi will stabilize against the major trading currencies before the end of the first quarter. The head of Finance Department of the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Godfrey Bokpin, said government must tackle sectors of the economy, which includes agriculture and the industrial sectors, to help improve the cedi in the medium to long term.
Fiscal slippages occasioned by overspending during the 2016 elections, imports during the last Christmas festivities, and the repatriation of profits by multinationals are blamed for the cedi's fall in value. Senior lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, Dr. Lord Mensah, says the current rate of depreciation of the cedi is not abnormal.
This is a country where anytime the cedi shakes itself, you get a rescue from the central bank. Now, we are in a new administration. As to whether that rescue, the management of the economy will allow that to happen or not, we don't know. I presume that as we speak, by the time we end the first quarter, the cedi will find its level.
Head of the Finance Department of the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Godfred Boppin, says government must be focused on addressing the fundamentals of the economy. He says partisan politics and the lack of commitment to spend within budget in election years are contributing to the pressure on the cedi in the first quarter of every year after elections.
As government proposes the Fiscal Policy Council, it should be backed by law, okay, so that the normal fiscal slippages, what is abnormal that has become normal to us as a people, we should be able to do away with them. Why should a country go to an election and record such fiscal slippages or indiscipline? The cedi will react this way.
As part of efforts to address the continual depreciation of the cedi, Professor Boppin says government must restore confidence in the economy, allow the private sector to drive growth, and tackle the real sectors of the economy, particularly agriculture and industry. He says the expected foreign exchange inflows from the cocoa syndicated loan is only a temporary measure to shore up the value of the currency.
Let's all stick to the Ghana cedi, and after days of circulation of the commemorative 5 cedis note released by the Bank of Ghana to celebrate 60 years of central banking in the country, TV3 Business Desk visits to the Central Business District showed strong acceptance of the note from traders and the general public.
The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Abdul Nasiru Isahaku, on March 3, 2017, unveiled the commemorative 5 cedi note, which later became available to the public. The 5 cedi note has the engraved portrait of Dr. James Kwegyalagri and an oil rig and the FPSO Kwame Nkrumah on the reverse. TV3's visit to the Central Business District of Accra, a week after the release, gave a strong acceptance of the commemorative note among traders and the public. Traders that TV3 spoke to indicate they have either seen or used the note or are in possession of some.
In the last week, Friday,
I obtained it last week Friday. It is very portable.
A friend who works at the bank used it to purchase from me.
See, so last week Saturday I got some. I used it already.
I've seen one, but have not touched it. I've seen one, and it is very light.
The Director of Communications at the Bank of Ghana, Bernardo Tabel, said the central bank is impressed with the level of public acceptance of the commemorative note.
So we've had very good response from the market, and that's exactly what we expected. We made sure that we put in all the efforts to ensure that the campaign, as it were, it's done in such a way that people will get used to what exactly we are bringing to the market. And the point is that we were not introducing new notes at all. This is commemorative notes, and it is not meant to replace the existing 5 cedi banknote that is already in circulation.
Right, so take note that this new 5 cedi will not wipe out the old existing one. It serves as a souvenir and cash also. Those who are yet to see and feel it, that will do for Business Tonight. My name is Nanikia Mensah Brampani.